DC Too Cool back again for another video. Today's topic is Capcom, aka Cashcom, and we're gonna talk about, is Capcom, the legendary, once great Japanese third-party developer slash publisher, finished? Is Capcom done for? In my opinion, yes. I'm 80-20. 80% yes, 20% no. Let me tell you what I mean. Let's break it down. So, Capcom, as people know, at one point was very prestigious, was very, well sought after by many people, pretty much ushered in the fighting game genre. The original Street Fighter, it did okay for itself back in the day. But Street Fighter 2 pretty much wrote the book on fighting games and was, pretty much at that time, even to this day, one of the best selling fighting games of all time. One of the most, if not the most influential fighting games of all time. Then of course all the variations came after it. Then Street Fighter 3, it didn't do what it could have done because arcades kind of died in America at that point. But a lot of people thought that was a great game. I personally enjoyed it. They even brought it back on PSN, with PS3 and everything like that. So obviously people wanted it. Then of course Street Fighter 4, which was a good game. As many versions as it came out with, only got better and better as it was all said and done. But the thing is, and that's not even just stop there. Of course we're gonna go into Onimusha was a good series back in the day. Onimusha series. Then they had Devil May Cry. The Devil May Cry series is good. Obviously the Mega Man games back in the day. Captain Commando back in the day. Ghosts and Ghouls back in the day. So many great games Capcom has. I'll sit here and name them all. I'll be here all day. Power Stone, I'll be here all day. Rival Schools. A lot of great games Capcom have done over the years that people love, that people want to see brought back. Darkstalkers. But they haven't brought any of these series back. Only Street Fighter, which apparently, according to Yoshinori Ono, he had pretty much begging plea with the Capcom higher ups to even get that game made because they thought the game was going to make any money. They thought people, was over Street Fighter, past its prime. There's nothing to make money off of that. So they kept spamming and come out with bad Resident Evil after bad Resident Evil. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, the game came out to a lot of success, a lot of praise, good reviews and everything like that. And then, fast forward. And the thing is, Capcom was doing bad business practices and making mediocre games, before Street Fighter 4 came out. It was already on the low end of things before the game even came out. So when Street Fighter 5 came out, by that time, after Street Fighter X Tekken came out and all that stuff, people already was pretty much fed up with Capcom at this point. Because everybody knew Capcom was garbage, They were once a great, proud company with a lot of legacy, a lot of heritage, a lot of respect was on Capcom's name. Back in the day when you bought the game, you knew that you were buying a quality product, and it may not be the best game in the world, but you knew it was a pretty solid game because it was Capcom after all. Nowadays, you see Capcom on the cover of a box, you be like, oh well, I know some bullshit. I know it's DLC. I know it's on this content. I know it's the game isn't finished, it's incomplete, whatever the case may be. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. It's sad that it is that way. And when it comes down to it, it's Capcom's own fault. They did it to themselves. They can't blame nobody but themselves, sadly. And I don't feel sorry for Capcom at all. Now, let's get to the 80-20 part. Now, I think Capcom's 80% finished, 20% maybe not, right? Maybe 20% they have a chance. Okay, let's talk about 20%. No, let's talk about the 80%. So, as I just stated, on this DLC, your fans don't trust you. A lot of people, think that you're a terrible company, bad business practices, damn near bankrupt, falling on hard times financially. There's a lot of problems with Capcom. The higher ups don't get it. The actual core leaders in Japan who actually run Capcom don't understand what their fans want. They're out of touch. There's so many things wrong with Capcom. Their games are trash. Street Fighter 5 was terrible on launch. There was no excuse for a game coming out that bad at launch. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And then you come out with this, oh, well, we're not gonna have DLC, we're gonna have a DLC system to where you play the game, you unlock stuff within the game using in-game currency. Okay, sounds cool, right? Dope. The problem is that in-game currency, it costs you so much just to buy something simple. You better off just paying for the shit outright. It was a disguise as, oh well, you get free DLC. It wasn't really free because the amount of hours of time you have to play into getting that stuff was absurd. You know what I'm saying? And assuming you're good, depending on how well you perform and stuff, it just was ridiculous. It really had no merit. And then no offline, actual offline local play, the most traditional 2D fighting mechanic in the world, offline 1 versus 1. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, the game was a joke. The game was a joke. Roster, in my opinion, majority of it was trash. A couple, obviously originals and people were all back. Ultimately, it was trash. It was short. I was going for Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Omega Edition, some of the fucking versions, but I come from that to this. Absolutely not. It looked good visually, but that was really about it. The core mechanics were okay, but the fundamentals of 4 were much better, a better game overall. That's pretty much unanimous way people feel about it. And so it was trash. It launched like trash. It completely underperformed. The game flopped. And it's just a bad game all the way around. There's no way to slice it. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad game. So, and this has been their MO. And at one point, I thought that Capcom was going to come out of the ditch, and this is where that 20% comes into play. They had Resident Evil 7 come out. It was good. People say it was good. It was a throwback, to the original horror, style that they're known for, what people like to see. It's like, okay, they did that. And then we saw Mega Man X, of all versions, the version everybody wanted, from Marvel's Capcom Infinite. Like, okay, this is cool. This is dope. Marvel's Capcom Infinite, Mega Man. Okay, that's what's up. We've been maxing for this character forever. You finally see him again. So I'm like, okay, maybe Capcom let me listen a little bit. Maybe they gotta play ball. But nope. Go right back to doing dumb shit. Marvel's Capcom Infinite coming out. They got like 6 or 7 DLC people coming out, before the game launches and everything like that. Or you know what I'm saying? You see their DLC before the game launches, and there's characters who are being featured in trailers and stuff like that, like Black Panther, who isn't even on the game's disc. You have to pay for him. Why are you showing me a trailer for a character in the story mode who I have to pay for? It doesn't make any sense. I know some might try to say that, oh, well, Justice 2, they had a DLC combat pack coming out, or not combat pack, it's no more combat, but they had DLC fighters coming out too. You knew they were coming out with DLC characters, and there's 9 of them. I agree with that. I still think that those characters should have been on this, maybe no DLC, or whatever case, or announced maybe a couple months after the fact, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. But here's the difference. And Justice 2 is a fucking complete game. Graphically, it looks amazing. Gameplay wise, it's amazing. Story mode wise, it's great. Online is smooth. This is the best net code we've ever had. Smooth online. Party battle system. King of the Hill. Spectator mode. Guild system. A customization system. We can get all these different types of gear, all these different parts, and make your characters look completely different. Everybody looks unique and different online with different stats, with new abilities per character. There's so many things into this game. It's not even funny. The 9 fighters, you can play the game without the 9 fighters and you'll be fine. But they just add margin to the cake, and they're coming out and they're balanced, they're fun. So it's just one of those things where it's like you can't use the DLC argument in this particular game, in Justice 2, because the game is, is 100% without the DLC. The DLC is just, icing on the cake. Street Fighter 5 and Marvel's Capcom Infinite, from what we've seen, is not. That's the difference. On top of that, the game graphically didn't look that good, and I know a lot of people be like, "Well, it's not about graphics or graphics or." And I ain't about graphics like that at all. Graphics are cool and all, but the thing is, in 2017, for your game to look like that, and you're a AAA big name studio, there's no excuse. Because Marvel's Capcom 3 looked better than Marvel's Capcom Infinite, and that's ridiculous. That was on last year, and that was on PS3. You know, let's give you another example. Let's keep going. That new game, Naruto Shinobi Striker. You know, a new Naruto game, got a creative character and everything like that. That game is coming out, and that game has the same engine, Unreal Engine 4, as Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or Dragon Ball Fighters, how you want to pronounce it. So you mean to tell me these games, these two anime games, are using the exact same engine, but Dragon Ball Fighters like this, and Striker looks like that? That shows you the talent of the team and the big difference between the two. Because there's no excuse for that game there's no excuse for those games to run on the same engine. One's like trash and one looks amazing. There's no reason for that. The exact same engine. In Naruto Storm series, that looked amazing. That's engine started on PS3. So how could Strikers look so bad? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm sorry, people want to use that argument of, well, some games have DLC, some games okay, yeah, but it's not about games having DLC or games having add-on content or in general. I've already said it's not you have DLC that bothers me, it's the way you handle DLC. You know what I'm saying? So if a game comes out and the DLC is handled correctly or in a respectable, fair way, for example, Uncharted 4, all the DLC is free across the board. You have the option to buy your stuff up front if you want to. Okay, I can dig that, or you can earn it. I can dig that, and it's not like Street Fighter 5 where you gotta, get some unrealistic amount of hours or experience before you can buy something. It's not like that at all. It's reasonable. So what I'm saying, they handle the DLC in my opinion very well, but a lot of companies don't do that. They just try to nickel and dime you and extort you, and I'm just like, come on, y'all, I need to quit it. So. That's the difference between that right there. But 20% Capcom can survive if they pretty much kiss everybody's ass. They have to make right for everything. We have to see new Captain Commando. We have to see new Onimusha, new rival schools. Every game people are asking for, people want to see. We have to see these games, brand new versions of these games, new Mega Man game. Brand new versions of these games people have been asking for. And here's the thing, here's the kicker. A lot of people say, all these games coming out. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, they're going to bring those games out. Oh, yeah, all these games coming out, it's supposed to be amazing, da-da-da-da-da. That doesn't mean the games are going to be good just because they're dropping them. Street Fighter 5, case in point. Case in point, Street Fighter 5. Just because the game's coming out doesn't mean the games will be good. They have to come out all those games people have been asking for, and the games will actually have to be good to go along with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and right now, Capcom, the state that they're in, I just don't know if that's going to happen with them. I don't know if it's possible anymore with them. So, maybe. I don't know. But they're going to come up with all those games that people have been asking for, all those characters that people want to see. That's the only way, people won't start messing with them again as far as, their franchises. Take Devil May Cry back from Ninja Theory. I'm not sure if they sold the rights completely or just for that particular game or two games or whatever. But, you need to do a new Devil May Cry. The right way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having that emo clowns supposed to be Dante. Ridiculous. But you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That Capcom can survive if they do right by the consumers. They can't make no more mistakes. Now these are not big mistakes like that. These are obvious mistakes they can fix, and they just listen to people what they ask for. You know what I'm saying? Instead of ignoring us and telling us, oh, well, that's to make us money. Well, we're telling you what we want. How can you tell us it don't make you money if we're telling you right here, okay, if you make this, we will buy it? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? You just try to maximize your profit and make Michael Bay fucking Resident Evil games. They try to get the mainstream and Call of Duty crowd and everybody and mama playing the game. Well, it's not going to work that way, man. It ain't going to work that way. People have loyalties to certain games. If somebody's strictly a COD player, they're not going to get off COD and play Resident Evil, even if it does look somewhat similar to COD, because they don't need to play imitation. They got the real deal. What do they need to play imitation for? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So Capcom need to wake up, and realize that the bringing new fans has to be somebody who's interested in that genre, or you make them interested in that genre because you excel at that genre. For example, Naughty Dog, they excel at action adventure games. I.e. Uncharted. That is arguably their best action adventure series to ever come out. They set the bar for the tone of action games. They set the bar and the tone of adventure. Well, not adventure so much, but action games for sure. Slash adventure. You know what I mean? So you guys, what I'm saying? People need to take notes. People need to take notes. They put everybody on notes when Uncharted 2. Everybody. So I think the people need to just go ahead and pretty much realize that it's over. It's over for Capcom. I mean, the 80% is stronger than that 20%, and I think it's over for Capcom. Either they do everything they're supposed to do right now. Financially, they're in too much trouble. I mean, Sony had to bail them out and pretty much make Street Fighter V. And I don't see Sony, after the way they botched the launch of Street Fighter V in that game as a whole, I don't see Sony doing another investment deal with them. It's bad business. Oh, we're gonna, we invested in you. We paid you such amount of money to make this game exclusively on console. Console exclusive. It is on PC or whatever you want to call it. Make this game on console, whatever. And then you botch the launch. It flopped. The game got bad reviews, so on and so forth. I mean, I don't see them investing in them again. Like, you know what? You fucked us up. You burned us. You wasted our time and money. We're done fucking with you. Who at this point will trust Capcom and invest in Capcom? It's a fool's errand. So, I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening in the future. I'm calling it now, though. I'll say by 2020, 2021, if Capcom does not turn around and do things differently and start actually listening to the fans and doing things right, because even that Marvel's Capcom Infinite, like I said before, not just the DLC, that roster, the league roster, and for what we've seen so far, the league roster could be true. And that league roster is true. That roster, overall, in my opinion, is fucking trash. There's a couple cool characters here and there, a couple characters we ain't seen in years, who's dope to see, like Jeddah, that's what's up, but overall, that roster ain't nothing but copy and paste from Marvel's Capcom 3 for few exclusions. Now, that's not good enough for me, personally. So that's just my opinion on it. But, I don't know, man. I think Capcom's be finished. 3-4 years time, Capcom will be damn near on their deathbed. Unless something changes, unless they start listening to their fans, unless, they just do better, man. They have, like, there's something you can tell. I mean, there's nothing that Capcom at this point in time, in my opinion, can do to save themselves. I think it's dying slowly. I'm in denial. Go nowhere. Blah 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 blah. The only thing to keep cable alive is sports. When somebody finds a way to put sports, and there's already things out there now. When somebody finds a way to put sports, you know what I'm saying, on like really mainstream for free, you know what I'm saying, or for a fraction of the cost of cable, cable's finished. Cable's finished. You can already watch your wrestling. You can already watch your reality shows. You can already watch your fucking I don't know, telemarketing stations. All that kind of stuff you can already watch easily. But your Korean dramas, your international stuff, your international movies, your international TV shows, you can watch your stuff on the web easily right now. Once sports become as big and mainstream as fighting these other products and stuff easily, I guarantee cable's finished. Cable is finished. It's on its way out. They are robbing people blind. It's on its way out. And Capcom is on their way out. I think a lot of people don't realize this or now think the Capcom can still survive. They're going to be okay. They worth millions of dollars. They worth this and that much. They worth money, but not like you think they are. You actually look at their net worth and stuff and what they're bringing in a year. Their games are failing. They're flopping left and right. They spend more money than they're bringing in. It's over for Capcom. I mean, I hate to say it like that because Capcom's a great company at one point, but they did it to themselves. I don't feel sympathy for them. I really don't. I feel sadness for them. I'm sad for them and what they've become. So I don't know. I just had to get this Capcom rant out the way. This has been bugging me for a while. I had to go and share with you guys. Tell you what I thought about it and everything like that. So I'm going ahead. You know what I'm saying? Probably get up out of here. It's the Capcom rant. As far as the PSN player chat and the Dragon Ball podcast and everything like that, those will be back. I'm not sure when. We had one member, as you know, from Dragon Cast. He got a lot of stuff going on in his life, stuff, work all the time, this and that, making moves, doing this thing. And we had our former co-host Naruto. He has something very personal happening in his life. I'm not going to discuss. It's his business. So we're, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to go ahead, not put his business out there, and he won't be back for the foreseeable future. For the foreseeable future. So It's just me and Big L right now. We until we find a third, or might just do it ourselves. We'll see how things go. Um, plus I got Hell Zeon. Hell Zeon, my man. That's my man. See, he cool. I fuck with Hell Zeon, but he stole our name. Y'all know we was Dragon Cast first. Y'all know we was first. Y'all saw our stuff a little before his. But that's my man though. He cool. I can't knock him. But yeah, man, we're gonna get out of here, man. Thanks for watching, especially if you made it all the way through the video. Drop that like, you know what I'm saying, hit the subscribe button. More content coming soon. A lot more content, more rants, more talks like these, more things like that. So yeah, go ahead and, you know, like, subscribe, share, you know the deal, man. And check out the rest of the content on the channel. We have some great podcasts. I have some other great topics about Dragon Ball and, you know, other shows, so on and so forth, reviews. Yeah, so that's it for me, man. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.